Diamonds aren't forever. That's what a woman says after an outrageous experience with a jewelry giant.
Yeah, $12,000 worth of missing jewelry, and the explanation, she says, doesn't ring true here. Consumer investigator Sasha Jones has the story.
They had all the makings of a storybook wedding, from the horse-drawn carriage to the 5-carat princess-cut diamond.
I got married in a beautiful ceremony with over 300 guests outside. It was a fairy tale wedding. Oh, look at that big cake.
5 years and 2 kids later, Rakita East says she and her family are living a happily ever after kind of life. But that wedding ring, not so much.
It's gone. Disappeared into thin air.
A mystery that started in July when Rakita dropped off both her ring and her mother's for service at a well-known jewelry store with a familiar jingle.
Every kiss begins with K.
Every kiss does not begin with K. Worry begins with K.
Worry that Rakita says started with a phone call from this K Jewelers in Illinois.
They call me back in about 2 weeks and tell me that my ring is back in the shop. I get there, it's a completely different ring.
Take a look. Her original ring on the left, and the ring she says they tried to give her on the right.
Anybody can see that it's not my ring, and that's really kind of what made me feel like maybe somebody's trying to pull the wool over my eyes.
She left the store that day without her ring or her mother's, a chocolate diamond like this one, a total of $12,000 of missing jewelry.
I call the store every other day, and nobody's really contacting me.
3 months of no answers, followed by the call she was waiting for. Kay said the ring was ready.
I go in the shop, and again, it's not my ring.
The same wrong ring, but this time it's engraved with her initials.
Oh, I was extremely insulted. And for them to engrave it and give it back to me a second time, what made them think it was gonna fly?
A question she then posed on social media.
I don't feel like I was getting the attention that I deserved.
And her post struck a nerve, shared more than 1,000 times. Her friends sharing similar stories on her Facebook page. NBC Response found no shortage of other unhappy K customers, venting in online forums and articles. The jeweler also made national headlines 2 years ago after multiple women came forward, accusing K of swapping out real diamonds with fakes when they bought them in for repairs. Allegations K says are completely false.
I'll never get that back. I will never get that back unless some miracle happens and the ring appears out of thin air. Go ahead, turn the pictures.
And that is exactly what Rakita says happened. Just as mysteriously as they disappeared, both rings reappeared days after this interview. Rakita updating the saga with this post on social media, stating that company higher-ups flew to Chicago and met in her home. She states they told her there was a breakdown in their repair system, and they are working to revamp the customer service department. In response to our questions, K Jewelers says while it has a very detailed process to manage millions of repairs and services every year, this was a case of human error. A misstep where we did not properly communicate updates to Mrs. East.
And on social media, Rakita said the store's response has restored a bit of the faith she had lost. The company did not answer our questions about why her initials were added to the wrong ring. A spokesperson says the 2 missing rings were sitting in 2 different repair shops the whole time, and that Kay is attempting to resolve every complaint posted on Rakita's Facebook page. Rakita recommends people give Kay a chance. Sasha Jones, NBC6 Response.